Good day to you. I'm Dr. Hendrik Opperson of the LifeWords team. Today, I'd like to show you an approach how you can improve your social life. But first, let me mention, one part of a good social life, and a good life in general, is communication. But we're not dealing with this here. You can find the relevant information on the website or in other video tutorials. Today, we're dealing with the actual activities and how you can analyze them and improve them. Therefore, I would like to show you the areas of life so that you can structure your social life. Then we come to the analytic part, the time budgeting and the evaluation. And finally, I give you the approaches, the strategies, how you can improve your social life then. Firstly, areas of life. Of course, you need to know what are the parts of your life to be able to improve these. So what you can do is define every situation and list every situation. In the morning, talking to your wife, having breakfast with her, then in the car with a colleague to work, speaking to colleague A, meeting with some other clients, lunch break with colleague B, meeting a friend, and so on. What happens is, this whole thing is overwhelming. You have thousands of situations, and then, just the whole thing blows because you can't see it anymore. You do not have an overview. Therefore, I like to say, use a proven structure that the international and official statistic agencies use. Define 8 areas of life, which are employment and education, household, shopping and appointments, childcare and caring for adults, time with your partner, time with friends, family and so on, going out to restaurants, concerts, pubs and so on, sports, outdoor activities and leisure, voluntary activities and religious activities. It has shown that this structure goes deep enough to actually enable you to understand and improve your social life in these areas, and they're also broad enough to give you an overview and cover everything. Now, how to analyze these areas of life? The important variables are the time you spend in these areas of life, which then the time equals the relevance. The more time you spend somewhere, the more relevant it is for your contentment. And the other part is, of course, the quality. How good was the experience you had in these areas of life? If you have these variables, you can do everything you like with it, even some very lovely mathematical calculations. Here, the social contentment score, which shows if your social life is rather content, is rather good, or it definitely needs improvement. So values larger, positive values mean all is fine, negative values means there's something not right, you should do something. However, don't be afraid, you do not need to familiarize you with this formula. I show you in the next step an application, online application, which you can use, and all calculations are done for you. Now, how do you do this? I'm showing you the online application on our website. Firstly, the time budgeting. You note how many hours per week do you spend in the areas of life. Here, if you employment, education, 40 hours, household, 7 hours. Then also you rate these areas. What was your experience? And the scale we provide you with ranges from -1, very bad, to 0 is sufficient, to +1, very good. When you've done this, you can see how much time in relative terms you spend in each area of life and how good is this area. Here in percent you see employment, education, 46% of your time, household tasks 8% and so on. On this basis you can get a result. You see here your social life evaluation. In total, you see your social contentment score is 0.2 nearly, so it's a rather content social life. You also see your areas of life with above average of time and with below average of time. And you see the areas that are rather good, the positive areas, and the negative areas. For example, here problems are spending time with your partner. You spend lots of time with your partner, and you have problems, definitely do something in this case. Or the negative areas, below average time, restaurant, pubs, events. Then also, if you know your positives and negatives, you have both parts, the quantitative analysis with this is how good my life is, these areas are good, these are not good, and you actually see what was good, how was it not so good, or how was it good on your description. Anyway, on this basis, you can actually draw some powerful, pinpointed strategies and means to improve your social life. As well for the areas, for your social life, you have two approaches. First is time management. You can alter the time you spend in each of these areas. So as a general rule, if a part of your life is good and you'll really like it, spend more time there. It is not so good, try to reduce your time. But also the second approach is to improve or increase the quality of your experience, or the quality of your behavior and the situation. And for these two instruments you have, or strategies you have, there are in general two approaches. First of all, what people normally think, I have to solve problems. I have a problem here, I have to solve it. That's absolutely true, that's correct, do this. However, you can also strengthen your positive experiences. So build on your strength. And I would like to point out that this is mostly, in most cases, the easier way. If you have something that's working well, build on this strength you have, this positive aspect. In this context, I also like to mention that small changes can have a massive impact on your overall social life and on your overall well-being. I hope I could give you an overview what you can do to improve the activities of your life or your social life. More information you'll find on our website, as well as the tool I've presented you here in small parts, small bits. And I hope to see you on the website or in another video of ours. And for now, I say goodbye and I wish you all the best.